I've learned through my life that the hardest thing for someone to do is admit they're responsible for where they're at in life. See, wait a minute, because you think that you want to argue with me real quick and say, no, I'm not responsible for what happened to me. I'm not talking about how somebody manipulated you or touched you improperly or misused you, but I'm talking to the person that sits in here that made their own decision without motive of support from somebody else. I'm talking to somebody that made a decision about what you were going to do in your life and didn't have advisement from the next person. I'm talking about somebody that when you woke up this morning, you determined what you was going to do and you didn't care about what nobody thought about it. Couldn't nobody change your mind? I want to talk to you. You the one that's trying to take the easy way out. I almost said wheezy way because that's how you've been doing in your life, is wheezing your way through. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to the ones that's been misused by people that family walked off on them, that can't help the mistakes that happen in their life. I want to talk to the ones that know right from wrong. Y'all want to touch your neighbor and just say, neighbor, he must be talking to you. He must be talking to you. I want to talk to those that watch this, have conscious mind when they determine what they gonna do. Oh my God, I should have preached somewhere else. This ain't the good message. Didn't nobody tell you to do it? If you tell the truth, somebody really tried to stop you from going the way that you was going.
Come on.
Y'all ain't got nobody in your life that tried to stop you from making mistakes, tried to stop you. And guess what? The stop that they was trying to do with you was not one because they didn't want to see you go forward. It was because they didn't want to see you fall backwards. I'm a preacher here in a minute. And when it's time to face yourself, you put it on somebody else. But I need two real people in here that can testify. I'm so glad that God faced me with me because I'm responsible for where I'm at.
Come on. Right there.
I need somebody in here that can just tell the truth. I had all the tools. I was in the Word. I was praying. I know how to praise, but I'm the one that's responsible for this.
Come on.
I can honestly say on this situation, I didn't give God praise. I didn't give God some worship. I didn't get down and pray. Look at your neighbor, just say, I'm responsible for this. I'm responsible for this. Y'all not going to talk to me. I'm responsible for this. Let me slow it down a little bit and slow roll through the club so we can get to the Super Bowl early. He says, can I tell you that people rather blame others for their inadequacies. Y'all missed it. Preach, Reverend. I'm trying to do the best I can. People try to blame others for their inadequacies because they can't handle the results from what they've done. Wait, let me say this again. Maybe you missed it. People try to blame other folk for their inadequacies. Okay, that's a big word. We got children in here. People try to blame other folk for stuff that they do that they don't feel secure in, or things that they don't measure up to because they didn't use the tools that was provided to them or the knowledge that they had to walk through a situation, but they want to blame somebody else. Am I talking to myself? Yes, Lord. They want to blame somebody else for what they don't have. Y'all not going to talk to me. Or for what they've done, as if the person that stood there and watched you do it, told you to do it, and supported you through it. Have you ever had a friend in your life? Preach, boy, I'm doing the best I can. Have you ever had somebody in your life that's walking through it and they say, man, I don't think we should go down that road. But you say, man, listen here, I'm JoJo. I go wherever I want to go. I ain't scared of nobody. But now you faced with a world of trouble because you didn't listen to somebody that you considered a friend. But when it came time to face yourself,
Come on.
you told them, you go home then. I'm going by myself. But then want to ask them, why didn't you stop me?
Come on.
Is the rich man sends his boys down there to take what belonged to somebody else's. And Nathan is telling David this, and David is sitting there getting fuming mad. As he's getting fuming mad, David begins to say to this prophet that's talking to him, what are you talking about? If that was to happen in my kingdom, watch this, y'all ready? I would kill him, and watch this, not only kill him, but he will have to pay him double. I will put him in a place of having to be punished to the point that it will be so severe that he'll understand, don't take nobody else's stuff. The prophet sits back and crosses his legs. I got an imaginary about this Bible thing. He crosses his legs and he said, well, player, check this out. Kill yourself.
Well, come on. Right.
Y'all watching me, y'all not looking at the Bible. In verse 5, he says they burned with anger against the man and said to Nathan, as surely as the Lord lives, the man who did this must die. He must pay for that lamb 4 times over because he did such a thing and had no pity. Then Nathan said to David, you are the man. This is what the Lord, the God of Israel says. I anointed you king over Israel and I delivered you from the hand of Saul. Now wait a minute, because I got a problem with the text, or maybe it's just a problem with life. How is it that God can deliver us from something and we go back, watch this, and take somebody else's blessing?
Preach.
If God brought you out of something, don't go talk about what somebody else is going through. Try to help them get out of it. Oh, Jesus, help me preach this. They didn't like that. He says in verse 8, he says, I gave your master's house to you. And watch this, because God is an awesome God. He'll give you everybody that hates you stuff. Y'all not hearing me. He said, I gave you your master's house. I gave you your master's wives into your arms. I gave you everything that you needed. You didn't need another something. See, we always trying to get another something. Y'all now, just look at your neighbor and say, you don't really need no more but grace. You don't need nothing else but grace. See, a lot of y'all still got tags in your closet, but you trying to buy another shirt. A lot of you ain't even opened the box of shoes that you got, but you trying to buy another box of shoes. Some of y'all ain't even eating the food you got, but you trying to get mad at me because I won't take you grocery shopping. Y'all not going to talk to me. A lot of y'all got money just sitting up, but you trying to run after more money when God said, I've given you enough to sustain you if you use what you got. Just push your neighbor real quick and say, he feels something. Use what you got. Use what you got. You don't have to take nobody else's stuff. Just use what you got. You don't need another wife. Love the one you got.
Glory to God. Amen.
I feel like it.
Come on.
You don't need another house. Just live in the one you got.
Come on now.
Oh my goodness. You don't need no more kids. Just raise the ones you got. You got to have another one. The Bible says be fruitful and multiply. I'm talking from the standpoint of trying to take everybody else's kids and you raise everybody else's kids better than you take care of your own. Oh, see, y'all thought I was on your side. No, I'm on God's side. Watch this. He says, I gave you all of this. And if all, watch this. Y'all, shout preach one more time. Preach! It looked like the business meeting getting ready to get canceled because I'm going to preach this. Watch this. He says, now watch this, because this is the part y'all shout on. And if you wanted more, all you had to do was ask. No, wait. Because maybe y'all missed what I just said. Now, have you ever been at home and your kids sneak to get something else instead of just saying, I want it a little bit more? No, all you had to do was ask for it. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Wait, can I prophesy something real quick? God said, if that money wasn't enough, all you had to do was ask. And the Bible says, it shall be given. Y'all seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will. He didn't say rob nobody. He said, just ask for what you want.
Yes, he does. Come on, Jesus. Glory to God.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Verse 9, y'all crazy. Stay with me.